Hello everyone, welcome to episode 41 of the Pick Up Stitches podcast. I'm your host Jalene and I'm delighted to have you join me for another episode filled with knitting and crochet and yarn and make-alongs and so on. So yeah, I've got myself set up, I am cozy, I am nested, so coffee ready, drinkable. I hope you've got something to knit on or crochet on and to sip on while we are chatting, and I'm going to get straight into it. It is the 4th of November. It is now 10:30 in the morning and it's a cloudy-ish day, so the sun comes and goes and comes and goes. If you do see some lighting changes, nothing I can do about it. Yeah, finished objects. First up is my Stripey Birdhide socks. This is a pattern by Mariette from Die Boervrou. It was the pattern that she released for her October make-along this year, and I used my Scrappy Tober box from Knotty Habit. There was two colorways, Moody Broody and Airy Fairy was the other colorway. I chose Moody Broody, and we got 10 skeins of 10 grams, I think, or 15 grams. I can already not remember. But yeah, I used only the yarn from that box, except for this grey colorway here. This was some leftover that I had from previous sock boxes and so on. Yeah, I'm very happy with how this came out. This was my first time doing mosaic knitting, color work. And it's not too difficult, but I don't think this is one of the most complex motifs that there is or are in mosaic color work. So yeah, I learned a new skill, sort of. The sock blockers I'm using, as you can see, is also from Knotty Habit, and these socks are for me. They have not been washed and blocked yet. I'm not wearing them yet. I don't need to wear them. We're going into summer now. So for now, they are decorating my wall. And yeah, I don't know what I must say. The Knotty Habit Kaiso yarn is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon blend. And that's it. I'm going to throw them over there because there's a lot of things around me here. My next finished object is the Silver Sage sweater that I made, and this is a pattern from Mariana Muller from Sweet Crochet Dreams. Awesome pattern. I can highly recommend it. Just double check the stitch. Don't do what I did. I only realized about halfway into the body that I am completely working the wrong stitch, and I was not going to turn it out. Rip back and start 100% from scratch. I still followed the pattern. I got the same gauge, even though the stitches are not exactly what they were supposed to be for the majority. And then it's got these beautiful, beautiful puff stitch embellishments on the arms, at the bottom, as well as on the neckline. So I just love this. This is my favorite part of this sweater. This one has also not been washed and blocked yet. The plan is, when I'm done recording, is to wash and block this guy a works in progress that I'm going to talk about just now, as well as some of my other knits that I've been wearing for a while and they are due a wash. So that's happening today. Today is wash day. What else? Oh, this is very important to tell you. All of the dye work on this yarn that I used, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon blend, I bought last year bulk yarn, sock yarn, with the idea in mind I want to dye my own yarn, and I did just that. So this light pink hue was obtained using cochineal, which is a bug that we have growing around here on the farm. And then this dark pink was done with beet cooking water. Peter was cooking beet and there was water left, and I had a 50 gram skein wound up, already prepped with mordant, alum mordant, and I was like, oh well, I need a contrasting color, it is beet, throw it in there, and it was an awesome coincidence. I just love this pink, absolutely love it. And that's that. Yeah, I just realized I never told you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my twist and turn shawl, which was the mystery make along for last year, Stephen West mystery shawl, the twist and turns, and it's getting a lot of use. It's my only shawl still at this stage that really has got drape, and it's nice to wear, and I like the color, and it's funky and it's cool, and it gets a lot of wear, especially now in this transition season. We've got some rain the last couple of days since it's been cloudy almost every day, so yeah, it's nice to have to throw on and to tie. I can see, I'm starting to see why people make shrugs and capelets. I am having that mull around in my head. We've seen a lot of beautiful shrugs lately on the podcast. So yeah, I'm thinking about that. Okay, that's finished. Objects done. Now we need to go to works in progress. Works in progress. Before we talk about and show them, I did at the end of last month decided I want to have a lot less whips in my life when 2024 comes. I'm just going to throw this out of my way. When 2024 comes, so I needed a plan to get my 2 whips that I really want to get done and not have following me into 2024. To get that done, along with some other things I'm working on, but topic for another day. But yeah, these 2 are my Tree of Life and Geogradient shawl, and I'm going to talk to them about them in detail just now. So I created this finishing strong plan that I'm working on every day of the bare minimum I need to do to get this done. And I can say I am ahead. I still need to do Tree of Life and Geogradient for today, but I am ahead. In terms of, you can see there is Saturday and Sunday here. We are at Saturday where the arrow is, and I'm yet to do my 3 rows on my Tree of Life, but yesterday I did 2 rows and I've managed to scratch out Monday's 1 row because of the 2 rows I did yesterday. So I'm still doing my 3 rows today when I'm done podcasting and so on. And then Geogradient, I'm well ahead. I'm very happy with that. And before I show these two projects, let's just talk my new whip. Okay. My new whip is my Ranunculus. Myself and Mariette from Die Boervrou are hosting another Ranunculus make-along for the month of November. And let me first show you the yarn. I'm using, sorry, it's staying in a Woolworths bag because I'm using cone yarn, which makes the traditional project bags not too user friendly. There we go, the two cones. And this is a fingering weight cotton yarn that I bought during my visit in the Netherlands a month or few ago already. And it's this nice dark grey. So I bought this from Hobby Yarns. And it's just sitting here, and I'm holding the two fingering weights together. And the pattern suggests fingering weight yarn with 6mm needles. And I don't like the gauge that I get with that. My first Ranunculus was made with double knit. Sorry, I've got my arm over here. Sorry, I'm just trying to sort out this. It's crazy. But my first Ranunculus I did with 6mm needles, double knit cotton. I'm not very happy. It stretches out too much. Yeah. So I'm working with cotton again, holding two fingering weights together, and this is how far I am. I'm doing this with 4mm needles, so the gauge is a lot more tighter and closed. Just finished the yoke now. However, it's still not solid enough as it is right now. I did do gauge swatches. The gauge swatches did grow a bit after washing and blocking. So I am of the opinion that the yarn will grow a bit and it will fill in the stitches a little bit more. If I put my hand in here, I know it's lace work, but I'm still thinking about the pieces that's not lace work, like here. I'm not 100% sure if it's solid enough yet. So I just want to soak this for like an hour when I'm done here, and put it on the blocking mats and let it dry naturally and see what does the gauge look like then. I'm happy with the drape. I really just want to see the final gauge before I continue, because cotton does shrink in row gauge when you block it, you wash it and block it, and it stretches a little bit in the width. So we will see. I'm gonna block it. Maybe I'll put a photo pre and post blocking on if it's dry before this goes out. I doubt, but let's see. So yeah, the Ranunculus pattern is by Midori Hirose of Knit Cafe Midori. Oh, I hope I'm remembering correctly. And it is a very popular pattern. This is my fourth Ranunculus that I'm making. I'm making it in colors that I like and it fits me well, with cotton yarn because it gets very hot in South Africa in summer, and I need this. I want this. So fingers crossed that the yarn blossoms a little bit upon blocking. If you want to join the make along, you still can. There's no rules. It's not like you have to start on the 1st of November and you have to be finished at the end of November. This is just for community. It is to help each other, to share our progress and have fun. The only rules is be kind and have fun. Yeah, that is my Ranunculus. So I showed this first because I will not be working on this probably for the rest of this weekend, because it will need to dry properly so that I can make an informed decision about how to continue from here. Okay. Then I want to just do this. Okay. So let's first look at the Tree of Life blanket. It is becoming very big and I'm going to shift backwards. Okay, I'll try to make that out. Where are we at? There we go. There we are. This is my Tree of Life blanket. You cannot even see the whole one. Okay. And since the last time you saw it, only a few rows have been added, but I am very positive with my plan that I've put in place. And I'm moving the progress keeper, which is a stitch marker by Ietsie Klein, Gertruida. I'm moving this up. Yeah, I am sure next time you see it, there will be some more progress again. In terms of overall progress, if you're wondering how far I still need to go, I still have this chart that I scratch out as I go along. So yeah, it took me a year and more than a year and a half probably already. I need to go check when I started it. Anyway, still got a ways to go, but I'm focusing on it. This pattern is by the Crazy Crochet Cat Lady. It's a Tree of Life. For this I am using Pure Gold double knit yarn. So it's 100% polyester yarn and a 4mm clover hook. And I just love it. I really love this blanket. It's going to look amazing. So I'm very excited to have this. At this stage, it's I want a finished object project. I am over reading the chart and keeping track, because it is, you need to focus. You cannot just sit and la la la. No, you must focus when you're working on this. Let me show you the ball band. Oh goodness, what's going on here? I hope you'll be able to see. It's the Pure Gold double knit, 100% soft acrylic, and there is 258 meters per 100 grams. Yeah, there we go. That's my Tree of Life blanket. It's part of my plan to get it done this year. Let's see. I am excited to have it done, so which is why I'm a little bit ahead. My next project is staying in a project bag from Knotty Habit. This was last year's, yes, 2022 Yarn Club bag. And it is the Geogradient shawl. I just need a sup of coffee. Okay. Geogradient shawl. And I'm unable to show it to you properly because I've got a lot of stitches punched up here before I pick it up and show you. The Geogradient shawl is this year, 2023's Mystery Make-Along shawl by Stephen West. So Stephen has a Mystery Make-Along, I believe. I saw in an interview with him, this is the 17th one already. Where in October, I feel like more than half of the knitting community knits the Mystery Make-Along. And this year's pattern is called the Geogradient, and there was a lot of drama around it. I'm not even going to talk about it. I think we've heard enough about it. And then I did touch on it a little bit during my Vlogtober, so no need to go over it again. But this is what I can show you right now. I am on to clue 4, and I am making my second row of dip 5 stitches. I love it. This shawl is so beautiful. Along with the design and the yarn that I got, I am happy. I enjoyed knitting it. I am really super happy with the Geogradient shawl. So much so that when I'm done, I'm doing only 3 rows. Today I'm not pushing on my Tree of Life blanket. I'm doing only the prescribed 3 rows on a Saturday today, because I want to do a lot of knitting on my Geogradient. If I can finish it faster than what my plan is, it means I just have more time to work on my Tree of Life later on in the year. Yeah. Okay. I am using yarn that is custom dyed for me by Mincy from Knotty Habit, and it is also the Kaiso sock base yarn, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And this is the current situation as it comes out of my project bag. Do not judge. I love it. It's still so pretty. I cannot stop looking at it. It is just stunning. So clue 4, the rows are long, and I did some calculations and weighing, and let me get to those notes quickly. I said that for one, let's call it a repeat, where you do the dip stitches, the pull 2 together through the back loop, and then 4 rows of stockinette. That entire repeat, I need about 18.3 grams of yarn. Nope, sorry, 17 grams of yarn for one repeat. So that is the situation. I think we can quickly weigh. Let's weigh. Because I would like to add an additional row or 2 of these dip stitches just to get a nice big shawl, because I like it. I like the big shawls. So the least yarn that I have left is this color A, and I have got, oopsie, let's just get my scale right. Okay, I've got 19.5 grams left of my color A. So that's 19.5. Color B, $18.3. And the rows are growing a little bit. So I don't know. I do not know. I will see how it goes. But I want to add a row or 2. I'll see how much of C and D I have left. Maybe I repeat C and D rows. I don't know. I would love to have a little bit of a bigger shawl. And yeah, something else I want to mention about this shawl and the whole make-along experience for me. I am part of Jalene from the Lekker Podcast's support group, where we have a WhatsApp group and everybody talks and shares progress again and help each other out. And oh, the ideas that you get from people sharing other people's ideas and their own ideas, and it's just amazing. I would highly recommend, if you consider doing the MCAL, talk to Jalene or talk to me. I will forward your request to Jalene for next year, and be part of a team and part of a group when you do this. This is really, it's an awesome experience. Jalene is also having weekly YouTube lives where we go on and we visit and we share, and it's just amazing. I enjoy it a lot. And yeah, looking forward to getting this done. and to make some progress today and tomorrow on my Geogradient shawl while I wait for my Ranunculus to dry. So I will get a little bit ahead at least on these two projects. Yeah, okay. That is the Ranunculus make-along. Oopsie. Oopsie. Sorry, it's a mess. Always, I know. Probably shouldn't be pushing things into my project bags, but hey, that's just me. My last work in progress is a sock, because we always need a sock on the needles. This one is staying in a project bag that I can walk with, that Mariette from Die Boervrou made me as a present. I love it. And there's my scrappy tower pin for this year on it. And this is a sock that I'm making for my husband Peter on 9-inch circulars, 2.25 millimeter. I am definitely liking the gauge of the 2.25 a lot more than the 2.5. And I just started. This is a week's worth of walking and knitting. I'm not as active as I should be. I am aware. Okay. The yarn that I am using, do not have the ball band anymore, but it is the regular yarn, if I'm not mistaken. But it's definitely a 75% virgin wool. It's not superwash. It's a lot more rustic. It's not superwash. It's 75% virgin wool and 25% polyamide, and I think it's a regular yarn. I'm sorry, I lost the ball band. This is the third time I'm casting on with this yarn. Not that there's anything wrong with the yarn. It is the method that I wanted to use and the gauge I wanted to achieve. So I was playing around, and in this process of casting on, casting off, changing project bags and so on, I have lost the ball band. I will try and go back into previous episodes. Won't promise that I will do it, but I'll try and find out exactly what yarn this is. I am just going to, I'm considering using my New Year's sock pattern, which is a pattern by myself. It's got a lot of ribbing on it. Otherwise, by the time I'm done with my 20 rows of cuff, I might just go over to vanilla. Depends on what I feel like. I only work on this when I'm walking. I wished I had it with me 2 days ago. No, yesterday. Which I will talk to just now. Okay. That's my sock project, mostly my walking and knitting project, and then there is one more. This is the thing that I'm knitting on, that I'm not telling you what I'm doing. I'll just show you there is a bit of progress. Where are we? The yarn management is not good. Also staying in a woolies bag. Yeah. And my goodness, there we go. Made some progress. Where's my progress keeper from last time? It's not a priority project for me. I knit on it when I want to. There we go. This is a progress keeper from Annegret from Pincushions Crafts, who, by the way, was our guest in our last Surplus Sunday chat. If you didn't watch that yet, I would recommend you go and watch. We learned so much from Annegret. She gave us so many new ideas for different crafts, but focus. Go and watch that. This one is also from her, and it's a birdie and I love it. And this is the progress since the last time you saw this project. And this progress only happened yesterday, because I had to go to Home Affairs to renew my passport and to apply for the new ID. And yeah, while I was standing there I was knitting on this in the car because Peter was driving and I wanted something easy to knit. All my other projects I need to focus on, and I just wasn't able to look down because I do get car sick, and I was knitting on this in the car. So I had this. Now I'm standing in the queues and waiting, and I'm thinking I should have had my sock with me, and I did not have my sock with me. So I went and I got this project out of the car. It's big, it's bulky. I was like, there's no way I'm just sitting here and getting frustrated and complaining like most other people around me. And I sat and I knit, and next thing I knew it was my turn and I was out of there. It wasn't like this, but the time was a lot more productive and enjoyable. So yeah, people were looking at me funny, but I'm getting used to that. I don't care. I wasn't waiting, I was knitting. Okay, so that's that. And I did now not move the progress keeper. Let me just move it. Where is it? I'm having so many progress keepers. Let's take one off. I'm putting this on here. Goodness gracious. I'm making a mess now. Okay. Moved. It's moved. So that's all of my whips. It's a lot. Goodness. That's it. With regards to life, let me take a sip. With regards to life and what's been happening, I did Vlogtober sort of this year. You're welcome to go and watch that. Thank you to everybody that did follow along and comment, and we had a prize that was so much fun to give away. And yeah, then I applied for my ethics clearance for my research. I got feedback yesterday. It's been approved. I can now start asking people questions. So the ethics thing around asking people questions and doing surveys, it's an issue. Not so much in my field, but definitely in like the medical field and psychology and so on. I'm engineering. We are a lot easier. Yeah, I got my ethics clearance. I'm very happy about that. So I'm thinking of also making some sort of a plan for me to start getting some traction on finishing off my masters in 2024. Not because I have a choice to go over into 2025, but I need to move on with my life. And I'm not going to study anything else when I'm done here. Famous last words. Yeah. What else? Around the farm, we are still same old. We got our first rains at least. It was very dry. We are a summer rainfall region, and we got a few millimeters of rain at least now. The grass is starting to grow, so the sheep are happy. We are happy. Yeah, my house, the floor of the house is not staying clean when it's raining because of the dogs, but that's life. I don't know what else to tell you. That's about it. So it's just something that I want to find out from the viewers. If you could comment below for me what topics you would like me to research and to talk about a little bit that is yarn related or yarn craft related, specifically knitting and crochet. I don't have the answer, but I am willing to do some research. So let me know what what would you be interested in? What type of videos can I make that will be educational and, what's the word I'm looking for? Fun to watch. I can't get a better word right now. So please comment below what you like from previous episodes, what you think I can maybe skip, and what topics you would like to see in the future. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching if you're still here. And I wish you all lots of time to knit and crochet and be as crafty as you possibly can. And then I'll see you next time. Bye.